EA Sports and the Korn Ferry Tour are proud to feature some of the best young talent in the world of golf. From the Pacific Northwest and Bandon Dunes Golf Resort, live second-round coverage of the Oregon Championship. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. We've got a tie at the top at 6 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer not guaranteed a weekend tee time just yet, hovering just one shot inside the cut line. This one working up the right side. That one looking good. It's in the fairway here to start round 2. So after a well-placed drive, this his second from short range. Okay, on the putting surface, but work to do from there. And now down to a man who knows a little bit about this golf course, Nota Begay, with a look here at the birdie putt.
Tough putt to get close as it works down the hill and will work to his left.
Yeah, tough to know just how far out to the right to play that one. I mean, that was not far enough. Okay, that's in for par here at the first, and he'll stay at level par. On now to the second here at Bandon Dunes, a long par 3 coming in at 220 yards, and it is every bit of those 220 as well, as it can play up to 30 feet uphill depending on the tee box. Fortunately, shots that run long do have a tendency to funnel back down. Okay, safely aboard. This one's going to need to carry some pace with it. A long one for birdie. Back up the slope. How about the speed here? Are you kidding? That is exceptional from that distance. That is worth a wow. That finished off for par here with the second, and he'll stay at even par. We head to the third now, our first par 5 at 563 yards. Bunkers appear to be scattered on either side of the fairway, so accuracy is a must. This green is definitely reachable in 2, but it does run nearly 50 yards from front to back, so if your approach isn't on target, you could be left with a putt of better than 100 feet. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there.
That second shot just ran out of fairway, but still, nice little pitch shot and a good chance to make 4 at par 5.
Okay, nicely done. That's in for birdie here at 3. And he's into red figures now at 1 under par. Up next, we come to the par 4 fourth hole, which measures out at 443 yards. Beware that the rough is thick if you miss here, but a well-placed drive rewards you with our first real look at the Pacific, as you'll see that big expanse of blue and start to hear the crashing waves below. This up the right side off the tee. Down the hill from here, Frank, probably going to go with 1 club less.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Nah, got it out there too far. It was trying to come back, but couldn't get there. That one finished off. It is a bogey here at 4. And he's going to fall out of red figures, back down to even par. We turn northward along the beach here at the 445-yard par 4 fifth. Like the previous hole, the landing area is a narrow one, and it doesn't get much easier from there. The green's protected by a big bunker on the right, and be careful because those onshore breezes like to push the ball that way. And that one coming in too hot. It kicks off the fairway and right into the heavy stuff. Definite trouble here, Noda.
Without a doubt, this is really sitting down and no real clear path to the hole.
Okay, so good work there to get this back out into the short grass.
And really, this is not a bad spot to be, just a little short of the green. Certainly not out of the question to get away with a par.
Now a 7-footer. Nope, couldn't get that one on target. Okay, that one brushed in for bogey here at the 5th. And he'll drop back to 1 over par. The second par 3 of this front side, another long one, this 6th hole measuring out at 217 yards. That voice in your head will be telling you, don't go left, because if you do, you'll be down the cliff and onto the beach here by 5 Mile Point. Yeah, that one came in a little hot. It's safely on, but it'll be a long look coming up. Iona's down there. She's had a good look. This for birdie.
Well, for a long putt like this, there's really not a whole lot to it. I think you'll fancy his chances at this one.
Will that stop? Yes, that was not easy down the slope, but that's pretty well done. Safely in for par here at the 6th, and he'll stay at 1 over. We make our turn away from the ocean now and head to the par 4-7. At 411 yards, it offers a nice wide fairway to sort of bomb away into. That will likely leave an uphill approach for the second, to a green that is one of the more difficult on the course. Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. Pretty good tee shot. He'll play the second shot from the right side of the fairway. That might have been okay if it stayed in that thinner rough, but I think this popped into that deeper area.
What's up, everybody? I don't know if anybody can hear me. So I have no clue where my webcam is for the PlayStation.
Footer. Oh, nothing routine about that one. Well done to roll it in for par. And he'll remain right where he is. The 8th hole here at Bandon takes us back toward the ocean. It's a par 4 at 385 yards, so it's not a long one. If you can successfully navigate or bomb it over those two fairway bunkers, you could leave yourself with not much more than 50 yards or so for your approach.
Nice green this up ahead with that flag today sitting on the right middle. But this tee shot down the right has made the second shot one that has to be respected.
Should be able to spin this if he wants. 96 yards left for his second. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one. Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he'll stay right where he is. Well, whereas the 8th was a short par 4, nothing short about our closing hole here on this front side. The par 5 9th topping out at 585 yards, the longest hole on the course. That said, birdie is certainly not out of the equation. That is, if you can avoid the pot bunkers in the landing area off the tee. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank.
Par 5s too. The other ones you really want to make birdie on, but the second shot, it's gone into that bunker. It's an awkward third.
Gonna have to take pretty much a full swing at this one with the putter because this one is into the hill and the hole is cut back. Tell you what, lag putting, such an underrated part of the game, and that is well done there. Okay, that's in for his par here at the 9th. And the card will show he goes out in 37, 1 over par. The backside begins here with the par 4 10th hole at 380 yards. The big hitters will feel like they can get it down there pretty close. An approach from the right side might be a bit shorter, but you'll get a better angle if you come at it from the left. No issues here. That is into the fairway. From well down the fairway, this a bit of a tricky distance for his second. Oh, it doesn't hurt to leave it short when you do that. Well done. That is a birdie from off the green. On to the 11th now, a par 4 at 452 yards. Best to keep it down the middle or to the right off the tee. That leads to an uphill second where you'll most likely have to take it right over that bunker that guards the front right portion of the green. Now this breeze going to push this toward the right. Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Okay, well done. It is a par here at 11, and he'll remain right where he is. On to the par 3 12th hole. This is the number 18 handicap hole, so maybe that gives you a little reason for optimism, but par is not a bad score here as this measures out at 238 yards, the longest of the 4 par 3s. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass. Now, from the apron, second to the par 3. No missteps there. It is a par here at 12. And he'll stay right where he is. We come now to the 13th, a 553-yard par 5. This hole reachable in 2. You may need to get lucky, though, on your drive, as rolling dunes could leave you with an uphill flyer lie or a tough downhill shot to contend with. Nothing to fault there, safely in the fairway. This will be a 14-foot putt here. Got it there, but not quite on target. Okay, safely in for par here at 13. And he'll remain right where he is. On a course with so many great vistas, this is visually a tough hole, this par 4 14th. Look out in the fairway and you'll see pot bunkers to contend with in your landing area. If you can stay left of the danger, you will have a better look into an elongated green. That one may get up close to the right edge, but it looks like it's going to hang on. That'll be just fine. 75 yards, the distance remaining here for his second to this par 4. Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. Safely in. It's a bogey here at 14. And he's going to fall back now to 1 over par. On now to the final par 3 on the course, the 15th, listed at 206 yards. Don't be lulled to sleep by the sound of crashing waves and seagulls. This hole can bite you, especially if you don't avoid that front right bunker, the deepest on the course. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Still work to do to get this on the green. This his second.
Well, it's tough to shake off that bogey at the previous hole, especially when you hit a shot like that.
Gotta be careful of this ball checking up too soon, as he'll try to get this just right. Okay, not too bad there. Not in gimme range, but a good chance to possibly walk away only down a stroke. Yeah, that's well done, though it is for bogey here at the par 3. And that's going to move him back to 2 over par. This is one of the signature holes here at Bandon Dunes, the par 4 16th. Some golfers play for the upper fairway, which gives you a bit of an angle to the green. Others, they stay down low, which is maybe a little safer. A third option is just to try and carry it over everything, but beware the pot bunkers and the gorse if you choose option C. And that one gonna be into the bunker off the tee. Anything on the green would be a good result from here as he readies his second out of the sand. And we'll have to see here. It looked like that ball hopped from the lighter rough into the heavier stuff. More troubles there. I don't think he's going to fall in love with that one, Frank, but it won't hurt him.
No, but you'd expect from there to sort of get it within kicking distance. Now you've got to work.
Okay, no further damage. It's a bogey 5, and he'll slide back now to 3 over par. Feast or famine here on this par 4 17th at 405 yards. There are no good misses off the tee. Left has pot bunkers and thick gorse. Right with a long bunker and the side of a canyon to contend with. Best to just put one right down the middle, but that's easy for me to say. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. Now from just under 100 yards, he'll stare down his second.
Well, the ball is on the green. That's about all I can say with that. With a short wedge in hand, you'd expect that certainly be much closer than that.
Look at this putt. That is something special right there. From that far away to gauge that speed, that is so well done. Yeah, that's a good putt. It is in for par here at 17. But he's going to remain outside the cut line, so it'll likely take something special at 18 to see him through to the weekend. On to the home hole to wrap up the round here at Bandon Dunes. And after battling to get here, isn't it nice to have a birdie hole to take you to the clubhouse? That's what we have with this 558-yard par 5. Simply avoid the bunkers off the tee, and you should have a good chance to reach this green in too. And that was flirting with disaster the whole way, and it's going to wind up hopping into the bunker. Looking for a rousing finish, a second out of the sand at 18. Okay, that's back into the fairway. Certainly didn't get all of that one, but the end result is a positive.
This is a tough hole today, and just inside 10 feet after that short shot, so still working very hard to make par.
Ooh, that's got a little bit more movement than you think, and that'll slide on by. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And that's going to move him back to 4 over. So, Frank, this a very difficult Friday for our featured golfer. Nothing seemed to go right. And this is going to wind up Well, golf is truly an international game, and today we join you from picturesque Marco Simone, just outside Rome, here on EA Sports. Hello again and welcome. I'm Rich Lerner. We will check in with Nota Begay III and Iona Stephen as we move along, but I'm pleased, as always, to be joined in the 18th tower by a man who won 15 times around the world, Frank Nobilo. And Frank, looking forward to what should be a fun afternoon of golf.
Yeah, very much so, Rich. When you've waited all morning, those afternoon rounds are a little special, aren't they? I'm really looking, though, for today to see if they come out of the gates nice and quick. That's for sure. I know the finish here is always important, but get out of the gates quick and then see if you can finish the job this afternoon.
That is straight into the thick stuff. Now a second to this par 3.
Yeah, it is a game of touch. It is evidence right there when your touch is out. What a difference it makes. That ball went a long way past.
And the computer dials this one up at 26 feet. Nah, might have stared at that one too long. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut. Oh my goodness. That will be a 3 over on the scorecard for this hole. Time to pick up and move on. The 9th hole is where we find the first of 3 par 5s here at Marco Simone. This one at 587 yards. Similar to the 8th, water is an issue up the entire left side of the hole. The green is well protected too, with 2 bunkers left, 1 to the right, and that aforementioned water coming into play on shots long or left. Nope, that just did not look right from the start, and that ball is into the hazard. So with a penalty stroke added in, now lying 3, readying for shot number 4. Set from the bunker. This is 5th shot.
Just a short bunker shot. So open your feet up, open the club face up, little splash out.
All right, good job to blast that out, but it is by no means home. 12 feet still to go. Time to move on to the next hole. Many of the par fours here at Marco Simone seem to fall into one of two categories, short or long. And this 14th hole falls into the latter category at 509 yards. This hole forces you to make a decision off the tee. You can try to take on the dog leg and shorten the hole significantly, or play it safe out to the right and give yourself a long iron into this green.
That's a tough breeze to allow from, coming from the right. Did an excellent job of adjusting for that breeze, and tee shot finishes up in the fairway.
We turn to Notavigay III for this look at birdie.
And players have an option to take less break by increasing the speed here.
Nope, that needed a little more roll, maybe even a lot more. Well, a good comeback from the 7 he posted a moment ago. This is how you get back in stride, just a simple par. 2 holes remain here at Marco Simone, and this par 3 17th is no pushover at 206 yards. Players will likely favor the right side of the green to stay away from the water left, but given the fact that this is a long, thin green, this hole has the potential to swing a match one way or the other. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. A chance maybe to just throw something up high for his second.
The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
that's not a very confident stroke. That was well short coming back up the hill. All right, good putt there to finish it off, but that's another drop shot. +7 now for the round. Frank, you know what, I think about it. What is it we actually do? And it occurred to me at one point. I sit around most of the afternoon and say things like, let's go to 4, not a 9, over to 17. I am really a glorified bingo announcer, and I'm wondering if you'll come visit me at the Sunrise Senior Center down in South Florida in about 4 years when I'm calling games down there.
Yeah, and I was going to be a neuroscientist as well. I mean, it all changed.
So, for Frank Nobilo, Nota Begay III, and Iona Stephen, I'm Rich Lerner. We'll see you next time on EA Sports PGA Tour Golf.